Reverend William Barber is on the line with us, president of the NAACP of North Carolina, the website NAACPNC, as in North Carolina.org. Reverend Barber, welcome back to the program.
Tom, I'm always glad to be on with you. Last time I was in a church with hundreds and hundreds of people getting ready to go to jail.
How did that work out?
Well, on that particular day, over 100 people went in to exercise their constitutional rights, and for doing that, we were arrested. But the Moral Monday campaign is really more than about going to jail. It's about just exposing a shameful condition of extremism and immorality by this extreme left that has attacked the poor, attacked the sick, attacked children, attacked workers, and now has crimes against democracy by literally trying to roll back every progressive voting mechanism in our state and making North Carolina the worst voter suppression state in the nation.
Yeah. And on top of this, they also gave rich people a huge tax cut and raised taxes on working and poor people, which
exactly.
Which is who's paying their tune is the fat cats. Moral Mondays have been growing. They're starting to get good national attention. I think this is absolutely marvelous. You guys are calling out what everybody from Art Pope to the Governor Pat McCrory and everybody else is doing there. The last week, I heard a news report that last week, or maybe it was this week, was supposed to be the last one, and I assumed that was because it tied into a legislative schedule, but I'm guessing it's not the last one. Tell me about this.
No. This movement is a four-pronged strategy. We have a legal strategy. We have a voter education, voter registration strategy. We have an internet social media strategy, and we had a civil disobedience strategy. The legislature has run home. After they did their dirt, they ran home. And in fact, they even gave themselves power to represent themselves in state court and undermine the attorney general. I mean, this crowd is just very extreme. So now we're going home behind them. We've only suspended Moral Monday till they come back. We're going home behind them, and we began on this coming August the 5th in Asheville, North Carolina. There will be Mountain Moral Monday. And Tom, you would understand the phenomenon of that. The NAACP in the South leading an effort that's 50% white, and now we're going to take civil rights activism and hook it with mountain populism in the South. That's the kind of movement and fusion that can turn the tide of turn the tide of our electoral politics.
It is, and hopefully it will. In fact, we're on the air on a radio station in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm sure this is good news for the town. Let me restart this question. What direction do you see? I mean, clearly we have seen now North Carolina for several years as Art Pope and other right-wingers and have been pouring all this money in, and they've been basically buying the state and buying the legislature and flipping the governor's seat Republican, flipping the legislature Republican, and then disenfranchising millions and millions of people and trying to set it up for the future. How goes the backlash to that? Beyond, I know the Moral Monday thing is more and more people are showing up every week, and more people are getting active. I have to believe that it's also in other areas, that there are other symptoms and signs that the backlash is growing.
Oh, no doubt. And that's exactly what Moral Mondays was designed to do, to wake up the consciousness of people, because they had hoped that we would just be amicable and just say, well, they're depressed, there's nothing we could do, and just kind of put our tail between our legs and go home. Instead, every Monday, all the major media, even national media, even in Australia, has been presenting the issues, not just people mad, but the issues, and showing a diverse agenda-based coalition that's standing against this extremism. We have named them. We have shown the numbers of people that are hurting. So what has happened? In 13 weeks, their poll numbers have dropped so bad that they are now less than 1 out of every 5 North Carolinians agrees with them.
Wow.
Moral Mondays has become more popular than the legislature and is growing in popularity. And in the South, for a movement led by the NAACP to basically have been endorsed by all the major papers, that's a phenomenon in itself. I saw where Pat McCrory is now listed as one of the 18 worst governors, and then on another site, Moral Monday is listed as one of the top 40 movements in the world. Wow. So it's not only thousands of people coming; it's the makeup of those people, it's the energy that's happening in the state, it's the shaking of the consciousness. You can't go anywhere now and not hear people talking about it. I get on a plane, people say, hey, Moral Monday. I was in the NAACP National Convention in Orlando, people are talking about it. We've received nearly 700,000 hits on our social media since we started. This is a movement, a transformative movement, and it's different than Tea Party and Wisconsin and all that because it's not something that just spontaneously happened. We've been building for 7 years, and they are reacting by political paranoia. They are scared to death of the changing demographics, and if people wake up, what's going to happen in 2014, 2016, and beyond?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the kind of story that I love people to hear because I get people call into the program all the time and they're like, well, it looks like the Republicans just look at what they got away with in Wisconsin, look at what they got away with in Michigan, look at what they just did in North Carolina. What can I do? And I'm like, get active, get organized, get out there on the ground, find a local movement. And in North Carolina, you are providing one. You are absolutely doing God's work, sir. This is an absolutely marvelous event. What are the best ways that somebody who's not in North Carolina, we're talking with Dr. William J. Barber II, the president of the NAACP of North Carolina and one of the founders and organizers of this whole Moral Monday program, a big program coming up August 5th in Asheville, North Carolina, by the way, a heads up for everybody. NAACP NC.org, the website. And what, for people who are not in North Carolina, what is your advice? How can they, A, help you guys, and B, possibly start their own? Are you hearing about people talking about starting a Moral Monday program in Detroit or in Minneapolis or some of these other cities in states that are under assault by wealthy billionaire families in those states that are funding right-wing causes?
I am. In fact, I'm on a call tomorrow at 2 o'clock with a bunch of people from throughout the South. I think the first thing people need to do is recognize, I believe we're in the middle of a third Reconstruction. I believe that the electorate that elected President Obama was a signal and a sign of that, and that's why the ultra-conservative extreme right is fighting so hard. They noted that the electoral dynamics are changing. In the South, for instance, North Carolina, 25% of the electorate is black, 4% Latino. That means you only need about 21% of white people to vote, the progressive whites to vote their future, not their fears. So they know that there's a future out there they cannot stop. They're trying to delay it. So number one, we need to get our heads up. We need to understand people don't fight you this hard if they're not afraid of you. Yep. Number two, we need you to call everybody text everybody tweet everybody in North Carolina and tell them to be engaged because we believe Raleigh is the new Selma, that we've got to stop them here in a progressive state to help others believe in possibility in their state. Last few things, go on our website. If you're in Asheville, come out. And then we're going to be doing Coastal Moral Monday on the 28th, the actual 50th anniversary of March on Washington. We're going to do 13 rallies in 13 congressional districts in the 13 hometown of the 13 congresspersons. We are building and building, and then every month we're going to do Moral Monday somewhere all the way through the next election. And we've had 960 people arrested. They are each going to register now 50 people a month, register 50 new voters a month. That's 50,000 people a month.
That is.
We've got to organize, strategize, and keep the faith.
There you go. Absolutely brilliant. The Reverend Dr. William J. Barber II, president of the NAACP of North Carolina. Get over to their website, naacpnc.org. Sir, thank you for being with us.
No, thank you so much for having us. God bless.